Welcome back to another adventure of Paleoman's world. Today I thought I'd talk about something a little different that you might find interesting. I'm going to talk a little bit about fire making using a fire piston. I'm not sure how many of you guys have ever seen one or used one, but I'm here to tell you they're one of the coolest things that I've ever come across. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain what fire piston is, show you some of the natural tinders you can use, and we'll go from there. There's a website called Wilderness Solutions, or WILDERSOL.com, wildersol.com, where a good friend of mine, Jeff Wagner, makes and sells fire pistons. Well, every year he comes to our show at Letchworth, and he brings all kinds of them with him. And the ones that I have here were made by Jeff, and I've made a few of my own. They don't work half as good as his do, but what I'm talking about is this right here. This is a fire piston, and you can see it's like a piston going in and out, but when you pull it out, it's a hollow tube with a little piston. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to load that up with a piece of something that's a naturally occurring substance. This right here is Tinderfungus, or Chaga. I don't know how many of you guys have ever heard of Chaga, but Chaga is one of the most amazing naturally occurring substances I know of. This would be what Chaga looks like. This came off the side of a white birch tree, and you notice inside it's kind of got a chestnut color. It's kind of spongy, dry. Well, little did I realize at the time when I started getting into this that Chaga, or Tinderfungus, is used by native peoples all over the world in the northern hemisphere. They make a tea from it, and it's a very good natural cure for treating cancers. It's the highest naturally occurring substance in antioxidants that they know of. So this contains a lot of antioxidants. So you can make good tea with this and drink it, and it'll be good for you, but you can also use it to make fire. What I'm going to do is I'm going to explain how this works. So here's the fire piston, and we're loaded up with a little piece of Chaga in the end. I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to try to do this on camera really quick, so hopefully it works. Well, that time I didn't quite get it. Hold on, one more try here. Okay, I'm going to shove it in here really quick. And when I do, you notice that the Chaga ignites. See, that's smoking away. Now what I want to do is I want to transfer that over to maybe another little piece right here, and that will hold the spark that I just created. You can see the smoke coming off that. And hopefully I'll be able to ignite this little bigger piece here with it. Oop, I think I got it. Now you notice that this larger piece now is ignited, and that'll burn a really, really long time. Now you're wondering, how in the heck did that work? I just shoved it in and out, and now I've got something burning. Well, the way it works is by taking this piston and putting it in here, shoving it in really fast. You can see it's got a lot of compression. You can't even get it to stay in there. Because of the compression, there's a little valve here in the bottom that relieves the air pressure, and then you tighten it, and you'll notice now that the piston doesn't want to come out. Well, when you compress air at the bottom of that piston with a little piece of tinder on there, the air gets so hot that it ignites the tinder. You can use a lot of different things for tinder. You can use some rotted wood. You can use this naturally occurring substance, Chaga, here. And you can use things like a milkweed pod ovum. As everybody knows what milkweed looks like. Well, the ovum is the part that all the seeds and everything are attached to here, and you can wad that up and put it in the end of the piston, and it will ignite. Why I like chaga is because it's very slow burning. Notice this thing is going to probably burn for 20 minutes. Gives me plenty of time to get my campfire going if once I got my spark, because the secret to any campfire is you need a source of ignition, and then you need tinder, and then you need oxygen to feed the fire. So here's some natural tinder, some inner bark. Works really good. You could take that ember there, break off a piece of it, put it in here, blow on it, and this would ignite into flames. So as you can see, a fire piston is a pretty practical thing to take in your camping kit. And you can get water in it, shake the water out, put the piston back in, it ignites. It doesn't matter if you're out in your kayak and you've got it around your neck and you dump over. You're still going to have a usable tool that will create fire every time you push that piston in. So I hope you enjoyed this little lesson on fire making with a fire piston. And just to end things up, I wanted to show you a little point that I made last night, a nice little Scott's bluff. This point literally took all the energy that I had in my body to make it. It's a hard substance. It's India jasper, but you know, it came out really good, nice and thin. And by the way, that chaga burning there is giving off the most wonderful smell. It's nature's incense, and that's another benefit of having chaga. Now, some of you guys in the south might have a harder time finding it, but I can tell you, people like Lamoka Ghost and some of us guys up here in the north will find this growing on birch trees. Now, don't get fooled by fake Tinderfungus. Those little horseshoe brackets that grow on there, you can't really use those. You need the true Tinderfungus, and it's got a really crusty outside. Whoops, I dropped the thing here. It's got a crusty outside to it, but inside it's nice and solid. It comes in different shapes. There's another one here. And all this material in here is what's usable. So go out and see if you can get yourself some chaga, and check out Fire-Pistons. That site I gave you, wildersol.com. And tell Jeff you know me, Paleoman, Ken Wallace, and he'll be glad to do business with you. So that's it for making fire with a fire piston. Hope you enjoyed.